Well, here we are on January the 13th of 2024, and it's time for us to give our final review for 2023 and what happened in the market activity here in the Lakewood Ranch area. So if that's of interest, stick around. I have all the details. Hello, it's MarkBoehmig, Michael Saunders and Company. In this channel, Living in Lakewood Ranch, we cover all the areas around Lakewood Ranch, from Bradenton down to Sarasota and from Siesta Key up to Anna Maria Island. So today we're going to cover what's been going on here in the Lakewood Ranch real estate market through December of 2023, but we'll also have a look back at what's happened for the year and how we've progressed to this point and what we think that might happen in 2024. If you saw the other video about Lakewood Ranch and why we're having a hard time determining what Lakewood Ranch is when you pull it up from a MLS search, or even when you're just Googling something on the Google Maps, sometimes it'll say Bradenton and sometimes it'll say Lakewood Ranch. And I did a complete video on why that happens, and I'll put a link down in the description below, and also tag it at the end of this video so you can see why that happens. But this right here, as you can see, is basically the Lakewood Ranch area. So our market activity report actually covers the zip codes of 34202 and 34211, as you can see from this map here. Now that gives us about 85% of the actual Lakewood Ranch area, and it throws in a few extra areas that are not technically Lakewood Ranch, but are very closely associated with Lakewood Ranch in proximity. And then the stuff that's down in 34240 falls into Sarasota County, and that does not populate into our statistics. So that's why we just concentrate on the 34211 and 34202 zip codes. And if we were able to pull in those other areas, the information that we get out of this would probably be very close to just about the same. What did we end up with last year? So in December, we ended up having a total of 355 homes that were on the market. We had 144 that were sold, and then 124 new homes came in the market during the month of December. And then we had a total of 79 of those homes that were on the market go pending. The average price per square foot is still remaining steady. It was $348 a square foot. And if you look back a year ago in December of 22, as you can see here, it was $305 a square foot. So our prices have remained pretty steady throughout the year, with a little bit of an increase and a little bit of a decrease, which is pretty typical over a long period of time. We do see those types of fluctuations, but 348 is remaining fairly steady. Our days on market increased a little bit in December, up to 53 days. The previous month was 41 days. But if you look at December of last year, it was the exact same. It was 53 days on market before a house went under contract. And then our list price to sell price ratio was 96%. So that's the list price at time that the home goes under contract. And I want to mention that this is for single family homes only. This does not include townhomes or condominiums. So what about our pricing? The average price for being on the market as a listing was $1,052,000. The average sold price was $915,000. And then the median sold price was $747. So that property that fell in the middle there was the median. So what do these homes actually look like that fall into this median sold and average sale price? So this home right here in the original Esplanade is the one that was closely associated with the average list price, and the list price on this home was $1,075,000. This home in Esplanade at Azario was one that sold very close to the average sold price, and the price on this, I believe, was $915,000. And this home here is the one that came in at the median sale price. This was in Bridgewater. So what about our inventory levels? Well, we are back to 2.5 months supply of inventory. Funny again, if you look back in December of 22, it was also at 2.5 months. So you can see the fluctuation of our inventory as we ebb and flow, but it's still been a seller's market for inventory levels. So between 1980 and 2022, you can see how much appreciation we've had in home prices. And the average of those years is 4.92%. So this year, at the end of 2023, we will probably see see that to be continuing probably between 4.5% and 5%. And as you can see during the pandemic, that's when we had the most increase, close to 20% during the pandemic, when everybody was trying to get out and get into bigger space. And then what do we see for the future? Well, what it's looking like now, if interest rates continue to go down like they are, we're going to see more homes on the market, and we're going to see more buyers in the market, because now they're getting ready to make those purchases. And just remember the rule of thumb: for every 1% increase in interest rate is a 10% decrease in buying power. So as we're seeing those interest rates come down, that would be a decrease in the rate, and it would be an increase in the people's buying power. So if we went from 7 to 6, their purchase price increases by 10%. So I hope you got value out of this market update. We do this once a month to try and keep the buyers and sellers in the loop as far as what's happening. Are prices going up or down? How long is it taking to get the houses sold? And what they would expect when they're either a buyer or a seller as far as market conditions are concerned. So if you're new to this channel, just hit that little subscribe button and ding that little bell. That way, every time I put on a new video, you'll be notified. If you find yourself coming here to the Lakewood Ranch area for looking for property, I'd be more than happy to help you out. And if you're a seller looking to put your house on the market, I'd be glad to set some time aside to come out and have a consultation with you on your property. MarkBoehmig, Michael Saunders and Company.